All right, what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning into On Air with your one only rock star on the mic. Listen, I'm on Avant's page. We on my page with it too.
That's right.
In the place to be. Avant's got this brand new album, Can We Fall in Love? And during this quarantine, if y'all have not fallen in love, I need y'all to do something. You still can. I don't know how y'all going to do it from being in the inside. But he's doing with us 9th album, Avant.
Thank y'all.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. It's it's been hard work, man. But I took 5 years off from recording, so I had some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Basically, and then to be able to just give it to the people in the raw the way I did it, I think it's a beautiful thing. And everybody's in quarantine right now, so everybody at the house chilling. They can really enjoy the music, really sit with the music. And I think that when you have something with substance, people tend to respect and want to sit with the music. So exactly. I think.
So the importance of just not recording in those 5 years. What things were you like going through? Were you meditating? What was it? Something about the new music that was driving you away to just kind of say, let me kind of sit back? What was it that kind of took that time?
More, it's the transition of music, man. When you look at it, you say, I have to find, because I'm a writer and I thank God for that. I have to find the right space to use my talent. You know what I mean? It's like I just come out and be on some, no disrespect, but other people's sound of music, and people won't accept from Avant. They would never accept that. So I had to make sure that I created my own lane and my own space to let everybody know that R&B still is alive and well. Feel me?
Right. Now I feel you on that. And the last album, the 8th was the last time I saw you. That record had Special on there. I think about the nostalgicness of that whole project. I was listening to it earlier, and then in comparison to this new one, like you really still keep the same sound and then kind of get a little bit diverse. Yeah. Diversity, like that. So was there any like sounds in particular that you were listening to like in the process of recording this album? Or was it just kind of just going natural with what you felt from within?
Look, bro, I promise the world, man, I don't listen to music, man. I listen to old school, you know what I'm saying? I can listen to some old Marvin Gaye or so, some Sam Cooke. But I don't try to, because when you're creative, you don't want to bog yourself up with other people's sound.
Oh, that's so true.
You find yourself in that lane, and it's like, oh, that's not really, I don't want my records to sound like other people's records right now. Ain't nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? It's just for me, I felt like I needed a fresh sound. It opens up with "You Don't Love Me No More," like, you know what I mean? Which got an old, but a young school like type of vibe to it as well. So that's what I try to do. I try to create that own lane, man, and have everybody following what I do. You feel me?
True. And I just love the fact that you've stayed true to yourself, and even with like Irreplaceable. Can we kind of talk about that record and just kind of set the tone before we get into any other song? Because Irreplaceable is such a record. First of all, this album with all 10 tracks is 0 skips. So anybody who's tuning in and they have not download streamed Avant's album or listening, you need to download and stream it now. No skips whatsoever. But let's talk about Irreplaceable and just the concept behind that record and just being able to, pen such a dope record like that.
You know what it really is, man. I've been known for all my sensual, smooth records. But I just tell people, like, I can do an up-tempo record. It's got to have meaning to it. You know what I mean? And by me saying that, I don't want to fall in love till I find you.
Y'all still? Oh, you good?
Yeah, no. I don't want to fall in love till I find you. I don't want to give too much until it's for real. Yeah. See, I don't want to now crash into the ground. So we got to understand, we are in a lot of lust. We ain't in love.
And talk about it.
It rides right with the title of the album. Can we fall in love? Because a lot of people know being in love is making yourself vulnerable. That's what love is. You understand? So if you're in that space, a lot of people don't like to be in that space. That's why they like to stay in lust. You feel me? I can walk away from something. But being in love it has its down points and it has its up points too. Yeah. So that's what really irreplaceable is about. It's about finding the right person, not the perfect person. The
Yeah.
perfect person is that only goes one way. So now you got a puppet.
Uh-huh.
You have a puppet instead of a perfect person, because that's the perfect person for you. But she might be thinking, man, he ain't perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? So the whole nature is you don't want to find a perfect person. You want to find the right person for you.
Exactly. And I think the problem is people like to look for perfect and they try to look for this all together package, whether it's a man or a woman. And I've been telling people, what about yourself first? Like, are you that total package that you would
Hey,
want
look,
anybody else to have
man,
before you're worried about
man,
this person, that person?
you nailed it right on the head. One of the most powerful records is Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror."
Yep.
Man, bro, if you when you can
Uh-huh.
stand in that mirror and say, okay, who are you? You need to spend time finding
Mm-hmm.
out who you are. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that right there will make you better for another person, because you
Yes.
understand what you will go for and what you want. But you have to first study and figure yourself out first.
Right. That is true. And I wanted to ask you because we're seeing men in R&B be vulnerable when it comes to music. Even some of the hip hop artists, the real hip hop artists, not the fake shit. Um, there was a period where we weren't seeing that as much. What is your thoughts on the music going back to that forefront now, where people are being vulnerable, they're speaking their truth, they're not hiding anything, and they're being authentic to themselves?
Well, I think that you gotta understand one thing about music is basically a thought.
Uh huh.
Crazy that I'm breaking it down the way that I'm breaking it down, but it's the truth.
No,
You know,
but it's good the way you're breaking it down.
it's one big thought. Okay. So what I mean by that is, us being vulnerable, it's better it's better for the people, to me, because right when it got to a point where it was just like ego driven. The industry was
Yeah.
so ego driven. It was like, yo, it's all about me. It's about me. It's about what I'm doing when I pull up, when I'm in the club, when I'm drinking it. And it's like, yo, you had people out here starving for how can I, get back with my loved one, or I'll make love to you like you want me to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
what happened to that? We got so ego driven, man, that had to slow down. You know what I mean? Look, I'm a hip hop head. I love rap to death. You know what I mean? So I understand where it went, but R&B cats started to go that way,
True.
and it started to not have a difference. It was all one big sound. It was R&B and hip hop. That's what they was calling it,
Yes.
R&B and hip hop.
Yeah. They definitely
So
were. They were
it was
bringing
like
them two together.
we started losing that realness about what R&B is, and that's really being vulnerable and telling your truth.
Right. Wow. I like how you just said that. So, telling your truth, how much of your truth did you bring to this album with that, whether it was any current relationship that you're in right now or in the past? How did you bring that to this
It's so
album?
funny. It's so funny because life is about stages. So
Mm-hmm.
my a lot of my truths was in my first album. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because that was my baby. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was everything I've been through in my life. That was the first album, basically. So, but I've been blessed that God has blessed me to be able to now see people's truth and write from their truth. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, so when I write songs like "I'm Nothing Without You," which I wrote for the fans on this album,
Yeah.
that's
Love
my
that
truth.
record. Love
That's my
it.
truth. Yeah, that's my truth, because that's how I feel. You can have a Maybach, you can have a Benz, but guess what? If nobody buys it, then it has no value.
True.
We
Just
need
sitting
each
on
other.
that lot.
We need each other.
Yeah. We definitely need each other. And I think in these times, people have to really truly understand, like, you need other people. You can be centered in yourself, but it's good to have a good support system to lean on.
Man, look, bro. I tell you, I got a 7-year-old daughter. and a 17-year-old son. My daughter every day, she like, Daddy, we working on she got the stop motion thing that we do for her Barbies. So, you know, we gotta work on her stories every day.
Oh,
She
nice.
like, Daddy, she coming like, yo, Daddy, we working on the stories today? I'm like, in a little minute, you know what I'm saying? I got to do interviews today. She like, oh man, for real. So after I finish my interviews today, we got to work on her Barbie stories. Got
Oh,
to.
that's dope.
Totally will. So everybody lost a job but me. I
Right.
still get a job in this pandemic. You did?
Yeah.
I don't get
So,
paid.
so I wanted to ask you about being a father because I never got a chance to ask you about that before. So, how is that feeling? You know, being a father is now, especially in these times where you know you're with your children. You know, getting the schoolwork done. I mean, obviously, we're not in
Let
school
me
right now.
tell you, the hardest part about the whole pandemic has been that last, couple weeks of school for me.
Uh huh.
Because I had to be teaching my daughter the way they teach in their school now. Like, they do things in one step. We have to do, the way we learned it was like 3-4 steps and you get the
Oh,
answer.
yes.
So, my God, look, that was hard for me. But other than that, being around my kids and learning from my kids, my son, he showed me the whole game on IG, and my daughter, she's showing me TikTok and all this other stuff. Man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed because I keep myself open to learn.
Yeah, and you should.
And you know
And
what I'm saying? You gotta be humble. You gotta stay humble to understand. What you don't know is gonna hurt you.
too true. And I try to tell people like you should be willing to learn new things. Like you should be online learning stuff. Don't fill your mind with filth. Fill your mind with wealth and knowledge. That way, that family that you should desire to have, well, some may not, to each their own. You know, you can continue to build within that new generation that's here present and to the next, to the next, to the next. It's so important.
It's very important. And also understand keeping God first, though. That's what
Yes,
we're not doing anymore.
that's
Yeah,
number one.
that's number one, man. Right now we are so caught up in, well, okay, what I'm gonna do next. Our minds weren't even designed to work that way.
Uh huh.
We can every day is a stressful day, and it shouldn't be. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I mean, for real, to think about it. Like I was talking to my girl. She said, I can't lay outside. I would never lay outside. I said, that's where we came from, though.
Yeah,
Before we had houses, we had teepees.
true.
You dig what I'm saying? Like we didn't have it, but
Our
understand. Like
ancestors,
you
yeah.
can't be
Mm-hmm.
afraid of these animals. These animals, they don't want to mess with you. They just afraid that you might hurt them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't telling everybody to go out there and lay next to a pit bull. Don't do that. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying the nature of it
I
all is
might give
that,
me a pit bull to get to attack somebody, but I ain't laying with the pit bull. No.
see, there you go. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but that's the nature of the day. Everything is about, centered around what people like, not or what people want. And it should be more about what you can do to help others. That's what
Yes.
life should be about.
And why do you feel that people have failed the mission of helping others and they're so self-centered? I've asked other artists like that, but I've never had the opportunity to ask you, your thoughts on that before.
Let's go back to what we're feeding to one another.
Mm-hmm.
Feeding, self-centeredness. I'm at the club, I'm doing this, I'm popping this. You can't do it. I'm doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Guess what? That's all we know. I got Jordans on. You don't.
Yeah.
I got this. I got that. So what happens is everything in life has a balance. It's okay to do that, but we can't flood the holes, everything with that.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have some truths in there too, because there's no value in none of that stuff.
Right. Zero
It's
value.
no value. It's zero value, but we make it like it's the top thing to have. I have a Benz, you don't. But guess what? If I put gas in my car and you don't put gas in that Benz ain't going nowhere.
Right. It's about putting because if you don't put gas in either car, ain't nothing
That's
moving.
what you're saying. It don't matter. So the whole point is we got to stop with that self-centeredness. We have to stop with it, man. We have to understand everybody has value. Everybody has value. Not what they wear,
Right.
but everybody has value. And it's the
Facts.
truth. It's just facts. You know what I'm saying?
Super facts. So for you, like early on, before we get back into the album, and everybody who's tuned in listening to, they don't have the album. Can We Fall in Love is the brand new ninth album by Avant. Download and stream the project. It's the project that we're really focused on. But I got some outside questions that I want to ask Avant. So for you, when you first found your passion for music and just that purpose, what was that electrifying feeling that you got that just kind of just pushed you to say, you know what, this is what I want to do for the long run, and this is how I'm going to do it and set my own tone?
Well, you know what it really was, and if I could be totally honest, it was fear.
Really?
Yeah, it was fear, man. It was fear, like, yo, what am I gonna do in life? I remember I was in 11th grade, like, wow, man, like, everybody planning to go into college, and then I'm like, yo, bro, I don't see myself doing that. I mean, I love this music game, but I don't know how to attack it. I don't know where to go. You
Yeah.
feel me? So I started talking to God about it, you know what I mean? And then I started going to certain studios, hooked up with a couple of good friends. And then I went on to the whim and just went with somebody from Chicago who ended up being my manager, Eric Payton, shouts out, money. And he gave me his truth. He said, yo, bro, because one time I was recording and I was like, I got to get back by Monday because I got to go to this job.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, I'm telling you, bro, you can make millions. And you telling me about a job that's going to always be there?
Mm.
But again, we were back to what we opened this whole conversation with. It was actually being able to continuously learn.
Yeah.
Instead of
Right.
not always, most people always feel like, oh, I got it all under control. That's the worst attitude to have. You can learn from people. Like he told me, he said, bro, you talking about a couple dollars. I'm talking about millions.
Yeah. Big
And
difference.
that right there made me say, okay, I ain't going to work on money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to work on money. I'm actually working now.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the whole nature of it changed my perspective on what work was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you want to work for someone else or do you want to work for yourself?
Right. And I
And
think that that's Oh,
go ahead. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. No, I was just going to say that I think that that's very important that you said about working for yourself, because even with these last couple albums, you've chosen the journey to stay independent versus while being with the major label. That decision to go indie, was that an easy decision, or did you just kind of say, you know what, this is the time for me to really go independent because I need to put out the music the way I need to, the sound, and be able to
Mm-hmm.
market it this the proper way that I see it?
Well, the thing was, man, you start looking at it and saying, okay, do I want to be the passenger all my life?
Mm, right.
Do I want to do, or do I want to drive this car? You dig what I'm saying? So at the
I
end of
feel
the
you.
day, again, there's fear there. But one thing is for sure, I want all my listeners out there to understand this, man. And I love you guys to death. I see y'all got the hearts up. Y'all saying I love you. I love you too. I want you to understand this. If you can control fear, then you can be whatever you want to be in life. It's
Fact.
all about controlling fear. You know what I'm saying? And we all have our sense of what fear is
Mm-hmm.
in our situation. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
guess what? If I can bowl through that, excuse my language, that mother, if I can bowl through him,
Uh-huh.
can't nobody stop me. You can't be stopped after that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You can't.
So when I got in the music game, I had the comparisons of people. Yo, he sound like this person and this and that. And I said, okay, there go fear again. He running back. He trying to run up in here, you know what I'm saying, and control me. I kept pushing harder. Kept pushing harder. It showed me what hard work was. Because when I got in the game, it was all heavy hitters. Babyface, R. Kelly, Luther Vandross. There's so many great R&B artists.
Right.
And I had to make sure my voice was felt and who I was going to stick out. So I continuously put records out. Continue till they took that whole, oh, he remind me of, and now it's like, yo, I can't wait for that new Avant record to come out.
Yes. I know you good.
You know what I mean? And I tell everybody, that's why I opened up that statement when I said about my kids. Don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
We can't ask. And that's what's wrong with us in society right now. We keep on going back and asking, the other side to fix our problems.
They really do.
And it's like, okay, I equate it to this here. When we watch those Ethiopian commercials, we quick to grab the remote control and flex for them, man. That ain't
Uh-huh.
bad, man. That's sad what they going through over there. Again, we don't want to deal with it because it's not in our face.
Mm-hmm.
So why would we think our counterparts will want to deal with our situation where they don't see it every day?
True. This is very
So we
true.
sit within ourselves, and it's a lot of billionaires out here, man. It's black billionaires.
Plenty.
We don't have to be in the ghetto. It don't have to be a ghetto situation no more.
Right.
So I know I'm getting a little too deep, bro, but that's how I decided.
No, it's crazy that you should mention that because it's really the truth. So with everything that's kind of going on, and I won't go too much in depth with it because I want to, get back to the music and stuff like that. Like, what is your thoughts on like how we're seeing police brutality and just the black on black crime? Like, I'm curious to know like what your thoughts are just in the madness of that.
I'm gonna open this up with, okay, what you think the biggest song is right now?
What do I think the biggest song is right now? Lord, I don't even listen to the songs that are playing like that.
Just you can name any song.
Probably one of those songs by Meg Thee Stallion or City Girls.
Okay, see, you went right there. The biggest song right now that matters is What's Going On by Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Understand what I'm saying?
Incredible, though.
This same thing has been going on for so long, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The same exact thing, from police brutality to racism, it's all been going on. But guess what? We have a chance now to be heard,
Yeah.
for real, and change some things. But we can't go in with asking them to fix our problems.
Facts.
That's what we messing up at. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can fix something that it's not I don't care to fix it.
Right.
It's not my issue. But again, if we can build a brand or we can build relationships with one another that's stronger than what they have, then that's the only way to be fixed. Now you got to come to the round table. We got to talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that's just facts. That's facts. And we won't have an entanglement either.
And we won't have it. Man, that entanglement word has just been going crazy.
Crazy, man. I mean, hey, if nothing else, man, hey, shouts out. That was a great word to use.
Yeah, shout outs to them for like, that whole thing and just, I switched their own even on that. But let's segue back to the music because you've got so many records. I just can't think which one I'm gonna talk about. The fans were saying Edible, as I was saying Meg Thee Stallion and City Girls. So let's talk about Edible and just the feel of that record. Just kind of, coming up with that concept. How did you come up with that concept necessarily?
Well, again, I'm always challenging myself. Mm-hmm. And I said, how many people have used the word edible? Other than on Valentine's Day when they call, edible arrangements. You know what I'm saying? Right. How can I make this word?
Or the other edible.
Yeah, but how can I make this word matter and not sound raunchy and nasty?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So your mama can listen to it, your grandmama and your kids can act, later on in life, they'll be like, oh, that's what he was talking about? Mm-hmm. But it reminds me of the Guy record when, he was saying, you can have a piece of my love.
Yes. I love that,
baby. You can have me because I'm not totally free. And we thought he was talking about being, in love. But it felt so good, it didn't matter.
Right.
But he was talking about cheating. You know what I'm saying? So it's just how you bring things across that makes people feel comfortable with it. And that's what I was trying to do with Edible.
Yeah. And I love how you took that word and you flip the interpretation of what it could be. Because I think that's the art of songwriting that a lot of people who are, you know, new songwriters that have been songwriting for a while kind of fail to do. So when it came to like the songwriting for this project, and I know you said that you challenged yourself, how much challenge did you actually like? What pressure did you apply? Basically, is what I'm asking.
Well, I'm always applying pressure because it's so easy to say simple words.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you listen to "I'm Nothing Without You," I gave you metaphors about. I say I can be the space in a what I say a crowded room.
Mm-hmm.
I could be or some. I forgot what I said. You know what I'm saying? But it's the whole point of I was using metaphors that made you know that wow, like this can't even be possible. But with you, I can make it happen.
Yeah.
Like you see what I'm saying? So that's what makes songs special, man. You know, I go back to great lyrics from great artists, man. That's what I say. I say, okay, he making me think. It just ain't saying, come over here, lay down, let me put it in there. It's easy to say that.
Yeah.
It's easy to say that, man. I say I can be the voice of a silent room.
Mm.
How can you do that?
Right.
But it's only if you let me in your life. Because if you don't allow me in, I can't do it.
Right.
I said we can turn December into June. Things that we know we can't do.
Exactly.
I was saying because I have again, like I said, if we can build that community of power, we can really change the scope of how relations are. You know how we are as Black folk. We have to build that community of power, though.
Yeah, we do. It's so important to keep that power alive.
That's what that record was all about. It was about making you think. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying, "Baby, I love you."
Right.
No, bigger than just "Baby, I love you." It's much bigger. And that's what most people haven't even grasped that type of life yet.
No, they haven't.
But you listening to this record, you can say, "Oh, I see that it can be, you know, it can be possible."
Yeah.
My life, you know, because I understand it now. Like, you know, because right now, think about it. Most people's album is sticking straight to the point.
A lot of albums.
It don't give you nothing to foresee or, wow, that could be amazing. You know what I mean? Because when I was listening to music back in the days, man, I mean, I can go on. My man, Babyface was amazing.
Still amazing.
It's still amazing. Just amazing writer. That mattered to me because I can actually put myself. I didn't have to see Babyface when I listened to Soon as I get home from work. I put myself in there. I'll pay your rent. I'm your special lover. Ooh, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was Babyface. So that's why when you listen to my music, it's not personal to me.
Uh-huh.
You know, everybody have an ego, but you got to control the ego.
Mm.
You can't live in ego.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people doing. It's just like having a vicious dog. If you let him run the household, you ain't gonna never have no company. And that's what ego is. Ego is a vicious dog. That's what he is. You got him.
I don't think the people were ready for all these gems that you throwing at them and just dropping boom like that. But you speaking some real true facts, and you mentioned legends, and I know we got to wrap up soon. I'm not going to take too much time, but I did want to ask you because the last time we spoke, Prince and Michael were still alive. So, you know, you just think about like their legacy and, you know, just the impact that they had maybe on your career, just in music. Like, what thoughts come to your mind? And like, what were some of your favorite records from them?
Oh, wow, man. Shucks, man. From Prince, oh man, Insatiable, unbelievable record. Michael Jackson, Human Nature. I can keep going on with Mike, man. But we're all just passing through, fellas. That's all we doing. We're passing through, and we giving people a piece of us as we go through. Try to make you better, though. It should be trying to make you better, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As we pass through. But at the end of the day, that's what I want my legacy to be. Something that made somebody better, a better person. Even if they was going through something, I helped them. I lift them up out of it. It's very important, man.
Yeah.
It's very important to me. You know what I mean? But shouts out to Mike and Prince. Man, huge fan. When you can make a song, this is what I'm saying about thinking. When you can make a song about we gonna party like it's 1999 and it was in the 80s.
Right. I was thinking about that the other night. I've been thinking about it every night. Like, damn, he really did do that.
He did that. Like, that's amazing. But again, he wasn't just going by, the protocol. He wasn't just following everybody else. He was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's very important that we do that for these people. The music is supposed to be for the people, man.
Right.
We gotta temper that ego and that self-centeredness. We gotta take that out of the music. It's cool every now and then.
Yeah.
But that can't be what we live. Can't nobody live in ego. It's gonna crush you.
Yeah.
Ego is not what we can't live in that.
Ego should exit. I think, like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, people live in so much ego, and it's just like, why live in this facade that is not really who you are, and play yourself in front of people, and then deep down inside, you're not a whole person. You're not even half. You're like maybe this much of something.
Well, you know what? I want everybody to understand. You still need ego.
Oh yeah.
You need
not
it.
too much of it.
Right. Well, sometimes in our situation, where we live in with this music game, hey, bro, sometimes you gotta bring him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you gotta be able to control him, though. That's the thing. You know what I mean? You can't take ego home with you. That's gonna destroy your family. You're gonna end up by yourself with a whole bunch of people that feeds your ego.
Right.
And you're gonna know who you are. Period. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man, because everybody in life is controlled by this substance, whether it's drinking, whether it's alcohol, whether it's food, whether it's ego. We're controlled by substances.
Yeah.
And we gotta understand that's not who we are as people. That's not what God made us to be. We shouldn't be trapped in the mind every day.
No.
We shouldn't be stressed about bills. Think about this. People at home right now, right? You lost 50 million jobs.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, but guess what? You lost jobs that held you for 8 to 12 hours every day, that stopped you from being creative, that stopped you from following your dream, that stopped you from being a great person at what you do. Because you had to make a couple bucks for the family, but you forgot about your dreams. Get back to who you are as a person now. Let's get back to that, because we are the creative people. Ain't nothing been created. Why? Because we've been trapped in jobs.
Right.
So right now is a great time for us to get back to being creative again and showing the world again, y'all need our iron. Y'all need our stoplight. Y'all need our car. Y'all need our shoes. We created all of that.
We did.
But we can't do it when you got you systematically got us in an 8-hour job for 40 years. And I set my career to the side because this is what I was told to do. And I forgot about my dream. About this, to do this podcast. It was your dream that you had to go work at Rite Aid, or you had to go to be great again.
Right.
Damn America.
That's the truth. And I've been trying to tell people, like, this should be the moment where if there was a dream that you had, you need to go and do it. Like, even for myself during this time, all I did was kept perfecting. I was like, instead of having these IG live conversations by myself, let's have these conversations with people who I've interviewed before and that I know or some new dope people, and let's just have this conversation, because it speaks more when you're having it with people who truly understand what you built, and not only what you built, but what other people should hear and feel motivated to do.
That's right. That's right. See, but you understand that aspect though. Only way you can grow, and I tell everybody, don't look to make a lot of money in the beginning. Your main focus should be staying in business.
Yep.
Stay in business. I don't care what you're making right now. Stay in business, because the money coming. The money, long as you stand, look, I'm 20 years in, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, really focus everything on money. But the money coming. I got a Mickey on right now. You dig what I'm saying?
My boy Mickey.
The money always there. But it's all about staying in business.
Right.
That's real. I mean, they calling me and telling me I got to do another live, man. I'm sorry, bro. But
yeah,
this is a great one. I'm going to save it for you, too.
Appreciate that. So as we wrap up, I want to ask one question, and actually two. Real quick, tell me and tell the listeners what top 3 records they need to listen to immediately when they go download the album, besides the whole damn thing, top to bottom.
Wow, man. Oh, man. You got to listen to Live a Lie.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's saying you got to listen to All in My Head. And you got to listen to, I would say, Can We Make Love? You know, or Can We Fall in Love? I'm sorry. And You Don't Love Me No More. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's my 4 right there right now. I can just pull off my head. But like you said, irreplaceable. You know what I mean? So it's so many records. It's one of them things where in which I try to touch everybody and give everybody, you know, my perspective on. Again, I told you in the beginning, bro, music ain't nothing but thoughts. That's all it is.
And then what 2 things would you say, it can be 2 or 4 things that you exemplify as an artist or exemplify as a man?
What 4 things that I would say, hey, I try to be as real as I can be. You know what I mean? I try to be a great father. I love to shoot pool, so I try to be a hell of a pool shooter. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But and a great songwriter. That'll be good enough.
No, that's amazing. Well, Avant, thank you so much. It was great chatting with you. We'll have to do like a part 2 or something. I don't know how we're gonna work this out, because you got.
Hey man, without talk to my people. You know what I mean? We make it work. We start asking people some questions or something. You know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, definitely. So for those who aren't already following you, they don't have the album, let them know where they can follow you, where they can download the album.
Everybody follow me, please, at Avant Music on all platforms. And the album, please, you can actually get it from every platform. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Be true. They calling me, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I see it. They going on and off. All right, y'all. Peace.